Hey, great people, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. It's great to have you all here. If you are new here, you're welcome. Please kindly subscribe to my channel. If you're old member here too, you're welcome once again. And it's good to have you here again. So please, let's start with today's video. In this particular tutorial video, I'm going to take you through how to design a beautiful wood flyer chicken flyer. You see, very beautiful and nice and eye-catchy. So I'm going to take you through step by step on how I came out with this particular design. So please kindly stay with me, watch the tutorial to the end, and you are going to learn a lot. You are going to know the secrets and everything, right? So with this being said, let's start with our design. Let me start with a fresh page. I'll get rid of the design and show you how I came up with the design. So let's start with a fresh page. I will lose this design, right? I've saved it already in the project, so it's in my project, as you can see. So it's not lost completely, right? So I will delete this particular text here, then come to here and choose a background, right? I have told you that anytime you want a background, just come here and come. If the background is in your image, tap on from image. If from you want a color background, you tap on color. But then I want my background is in my gallery, so I'll go to from gallery and choose this particular background. It is already in the square size, so if it's not in the square, you have to choose the size you want. But then our design, our size will be in the square size, and it's already in the square size, so no problem with it. When you have choose this like this, I want to edit the background a bit. I want to reduce the hue and the brightness of it, so I'll come to here. You see this last tool here, you tap on it like this, and when you come here, you can see brightness, contrast, hue and saturation. If you want, there are many tools here. If you want, these tools will help you to get the best out of your background, to help you get the effects you want. So I'm going to work on the hue, so I'll tap on hue and reduce the hue to minus 14, like this. And I'll come to brightness, so, and reduce the brightness to -4. So you can see that the background has been changed a bit. The hue of it and the brightness of it has been reduced a bit, as you can see. I like this effect, so I'll go ahead and come to this middle tool here. I'm not done with the background. I have to add another background image to it so that I get the actual background or the effect I want. So I'll come to the middle tool here. I have a background in my gallery, so I'll go to import. So this is the background, right? I'm working on my background with the blending and those stuffs, right? So I'll choose this size, the square size. I will choose the square size so that it will fit into the background I want. So I'll tap on a check mark like this and increase the size of it. Tap on this edge, increase the size a bit, then come to relative position, position it in the middle and position in the center like this. Once you get this, let's work on this one too. So I'm going to reduce the opacity of it so that we can see the underneath background, the one that we chose first. So come to opacity and reduce the opacity to 65, like this. So get something like this is okay for me. So I'll tap on the check mark, come to this layer button, then let's lock it so that it will not distract us, right? I like this background. This is the background that I want. So I'll start with the text. I'll start with my text. So I will start with the chicken text, right? The chicken, as you saw. uh, Come to text and edit it, right? Chicken, like this, right? Bring it here, increase the size a bit, then come to fonts. I'm going to use this Montserrat black italic. So Montserrat black italic, I'll use this font. Then I will copy it. Let me no before that, let me change the text size. So let me come to size and increase the size to 101. Right, this size is okay for me. So I'll copy it and I will hide it. I'll hide this ones, and use this one for the meantime. Right, so I'm going to increase the stroke, give it effects, and give it shadow, so that I'll get the actual effect, the text effect I want. But then let's change the color of the text first. Let's change the color of the text first. Let's change the color. I'm going to use gradient color. This is the gradient color I'm going to use. This particular color, gradient color. But then let's me show you. I can tap on it right away like this and get it. But then let me show you how I got the gradient color. So let me tap on this plus sign here. So let me use any of the gradient colors here and tap on this plus sign here. When you tap here, the color down here, his slide is here, right? You can change it using this slide, and you tap on this color, and the top one slide is the first one, right? So if you want to change the first one, the top one, you tap on it and you change the color, right? So let's change the down one first. So it's almost already selected, so I'll tap on the color and come to color picker and pick the color straight away. So I'm going to pick the color, come to this particular one, place it somewhere here, place it somewhere here. Then all right, so I'll tap on the check mark like this. I'll give the resources to you, check the description for it. So you change this, the color for the down one, tap on OK. So the top one, I'm going to tap on the here and change the color, tap on color. I'm going to pick the color again, going to pick a color again. So I'll choose this particular color for it, bring the pointer somewhere here. Okay, so I'll tap on the check mark like this, like okay. So now let's tap on OK, and then bring it here, somewhere here, something like this. Okay, tap on OK, so I get something like this. You can't see it clear, right? I'm going to increase the stroke of it so that it will be legible enough. It will, because the color of the text and the background is almost the same, so it's bad contrast. So I have to give it stroke, come to stroke, enable it, and let me increase the stroke to 22 so that it will be bold as I want, and change the stroke color to white, right? So it's something like this, something like this. So now I'm going to rotate it, so you rotate it to, but then let's change the curve of it. So come to curve, and change the curve to 20 like this. Then you come to rotate it to -10 is okay. -10, position it here. Let's position in the middle, and position in the no, the middle. Okay, something like this, and bring it to the down a bit. Right now we are going to increase, go to shadow. We have started with the effect of the text, right? We are giving it some effect so that to suit how I want it to be. So when you come to effects, let's come to okay, come to all right. So let's reduce the blur radius a bit to 7. Okay, let's remain everything like this. Then let's tap on the check mark right after this. Then we go to the 3D test. We give it some 3D test effect. You enable it like this. Once you enable it, move it, the view type, move it to oblique, right? Move it to oblique, and the depth, reduce the depth to 2. Reduce the depth to 2, right? Once you move the depth to 2, you come to depth color. Depth color is black, I think so. It's black, right? So let's come to darken. When you come to darken, let's darken it more to 70, somewhere 72, right? And let's go to oblique, the oblique angle. The oblique angle, let's give it 272, something like this. 272. All right, so I like this one. So let's come to remain the Z rotation to -10. Okay, so light angle to 90. The stimulating light, let's disable it, right? So we have something like this. Right after this, then okay, let me enable the simulate light thing, right? So we get something like this. Let's tap on the check mark. That's the test effect I want. So you remember that I hide this test, the other one, so I will let it be visible. Then I'm going to make it, give it transparent color. Give it transparent color. This is how I got the transparent color. Choose any color, then come to the last slider here, then move it to the transparent side and tap on OK. So get transparent. You can't see any color here, so just come to stroke and give it a stroke of 2, stroke width of 2, so that you can see it. Yeah, and then let's come to curve, bend it to 20, and let's rotate it to minus 10, and place it on it like this. Okay, so let's position it like this on it. Okay. So take your time, something like this. Okay, something like this is not bad. So we we are done with this particular test effect. That's how I want it to be. Now let's write the other test. That's chicken way give joy, right? Chicken way give joy. The chicken give joy. So we write something like chicken way uh give joy. So once you get something like this, we bring some dots here, we tap on it like this. Let's come to the curve, and let's curve it to 20 as we did for the chicken test, right? And let's come to rotate and rotate it to -10 as we did, right? So let's increase the size of it. Let's increase the size of it to somewhere like this and place it here. But then let's change the font of it. We are going to use the Montserrat medium italic for it and place it here. Okay, place it somewhere here. Okay, let's position it here. Let's position it here. This is not bad. Right after this, then we go to this middle tool here and bring the let's position this to the top a bit. Okay, so let's position it to the top a bit. Okay, something like this, not bad. Now let's go to the middle tool here, come to import, and import the image. We are going to use the main image, that's the chicken image. Tap on a check mark like this. Let's come to the relative size to see the size. We reduce the relative size to 70, the weight to 70, and the height to 48. And then we rotate it a bit here, right? So we rotate it a bit here, and then let's give it a shadow at the bottom here so that it will look rare. So we come to the shape, and choose circle, then you come to, when you choose circle, come to opacity, reduce the opacity to 0, come to stroke weight, increase the stroke weight, and then let's blur the radius to the end, move it like this. Okay, let's tap on the check mark like this, increase the size, then let's make it flat like this. We get our shadow effects here. Okay, so we get our shadow effect. Let's rotate it a bit. So we get something like this. That's our shadow effect to make it look rare. Okay, so we get it like this. Now let's come to opacity and reduce the opacity of it a bit. So 90, not bad. So after this, then we write something. We write some text here. I wrote this. So here is it: makes you enjoy life small, chicken money don't buy land. So you bring it to, give it 2 lines like this, reduce the size, then let's come to font and choose this Montserrat medium italic for it, right, and reduce the size. So we get something like this, right? We get something like this. Position it here. Let's position in the center. Okay, all right, so now let's go to shapes. This middle tool here, come to shape, then we are going to work on a shape like this. We bring it here, so we come to radius, and increase the radius to 6%, and the opacity, let's skip the opacity and give this color to it. You can pick the color from the background we used. We can pick the color from it, but then let's use it one, and come to stroke weight. We give it 1 or 2. Let's give it 1. Let's see. So we change the color to something like this. Tap my check mark. Let's come. Okay, let's come to, let's edit the stroke weight. Let's give it 2 so that it can be legible enough. Let's lock this one. Lock this test. Right? So now let's position this one to here, the middle here. Right? So we lock it and write. Let's increase this one a bit. Okay, let's position this one here. Okay, somewhere like this. This tutorial is taking too much time. I have to write a bit. Okay, so let's write call, some details, their call, telephone number. Okay, position it here, change the font. We are using the Montserrat medium. Let's use the medium italic. Let's use the medium, Montserrat medium, and then come to position it here, and change the color of it to yellow. You can pick the color, the yellow color. You can use, let's use this one, but then let's reduce the size a bit. Yeah, and then let's copy it again. Copy it and edit it. Let's write location. Location, and bring it here. Okay, so let's position it here. Make sure it's aligned with the call. Yeah, make sure everything is aligned. Okay, so something like this, and let's write the details, the call, and the, so write any random number. This is my number, telephone number. So the tutorial is taking too much time. Okay, let's copy, edit it, write the location, any random location. Right, so we've done with this. So let's bring some images from my gallery, some pepper image like this. Let's crop it, crop it. See, there's some smoke here. Let's erase it. Let's erase it. You erase the shadow image, the smoke there. Yeah, and then take it a bit, place it somewhere here. So you position it here, you position the image here, right? So you tap on the check mark here. Let's copy it and position other one here, somewhere here. So we are almost done. Let's bring some logo this thing for the for the company or the restaurant this thing. But then let's bring this one first. Leaves to, okay, bring it here. Position it somewhere here. Let's copy it, bring it one here. Let's move it to the middle here, middle of the chicken, the two chicken tests. Okay, so somewhere here, so that you have some, you see it's between the chicken test and the transparent one with the stroke, you see. So we are almost done. Let's write something like, so let's write, let's copy this and let's write name of the, so sorry, so the brand name of the restaurant can be here, should be here, right? So the brand name brand name here. So reduce the size. Right, so position it somewhere here, and then come to the import, come to your gallery and bring. So we choose this particular image here as the logo. Let's use it as logo of the brand. Right, so guys, we are done with the design. So that's how we do it. The design is quite lengthy, but I know that you have learned a lot from this particular tutorial. Right, thank you for following. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please help me subscribe to it and turn on the post notification bell. Like, comment and share. See you guys, let's all win together.